Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of June 24th, 2019. Every week we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hi.
This week we're complaining about travel prep and obsessing about our 4 things. Plus, we're taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. But today, dad shaming. Is this a thing? Probably because Father's Day was not that long ago. There's been a little flurry of reports on a poll that indicates that dads are feeling shamed. They're feeling that people are picking on them and disparaging their parenting style. According to this Mott poll, dads feel that they are criticized for the way they do discipline. They feel they are criticized for the diet and nutrition that they provide for their children. And the infographic here shows dad holding a pizza while the kids have donuts in their hands. Oh my gosh.
How dare they?
I know, that's that dad, you know. Mom never gives them those good things. They also feel that they are shamed and judged for not paying attention and for being too rough. And amongst the highlights of this poll that I note with interest is that half of fathers have been criticized about their parenting choices, most commonly by their child's other parent. Well, yeah, that I believe. So basically they're saying their wives are being mean to them, is the upshot of this poll. But I'm thinking of that half of fathers feel they've been criticized for their parenting. What percentage of mothers do you feel would answer that they have been criticized for their parenting? I'm thinking 105%, 110%.
Yeah.
Some of us will answer twice.
Somewhere around there. Yep.
So I was going to ask my husband about this, but I knew he would just laugh because I don't think that he thinks that way necessarily. I think he's certainly fairly oblivious to my criticisms. So I think that he would be oblivious to criticisms from the world at large. He is not sensitive about this. And he will, then tell me that I'm stupid for being sensitive about it, which I am. So I thought we would look at this today, this phenomenon of dad shaming. Do your husbands feel shamed? Do you have any luck shaming your husband? Can you give me some tips?
Mine would definitely tell you that I shame him. Because anytime I suggest any different way to do things than the way that he is doing them, I am criticizing, I am yelling. Mm-hmm. Even if I were to be whispering, I would be yelling. So, yes, if some surveyor called him up on the phone and said, "Have you ever been shamed?" he'd be like, "All the time." What should I do?
Yeah. Come to think of it, I guess there have been times when my husband says, "Everything I do is wrong. Everything I say is wrong."
Yes,
and I'm like,
exactly.
But then he gets over it in 2 minutes. And I don't think he would think of it in terms of shaming. I think he would just think of it in terms of me being completely unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's true.
Which I am.
That's probably
It's not untrue.
what my husband would say. That maybe not that he's being shamed, but that I'm being a shamer, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. How about you, Nicole? Is your husband cowering in shame at the terrible criticisms of you and the world at large?
Are you kidding me? He doesn't take notice of that stuff. And if he does, he'll just turn it back on me.
Yes, that is the modus operandi in my house as well.
It's just like, well, you do blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it's like, okay. This isn't about me.
Yeah.
I know what my limits are.
Right.
So he's really great at, like, turning it back. Like, deflecting. Yes. He's a good deflector.
I admire that. I admire that in the dads I know. I don't think my dad would have ever felt shame about any parenting practice.
No.
But I'm sure my mother would. So I feel like the dads, these millennial dads, are trying to horn in on our shame.
Right,
It's
like, back off.
It's like, just because we have shame doesn't mean you need it too.
Exactly. Like, that's
Grow
our arena, okay? That's like our area of expertise. So go away.
Feeling judged and criticized by the world is a mom thing.
Right? And we get to have everything that goes along with it, so...
Right.
Yeah, no.
And
My husband has never ever felt
Yeah.
shame,
and
I'm sure.
it's also like you said, how many percentage of moms would feel this way? Like, no matter what you do, somebody doesn't like it. And when you're the mom, you take it personally. But when you're the dad, it's just like, well, whatever, they're wrong. You know? Like,
Yeah, it's their problem, not mine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, when it's like that whole thing of like when people see a dad like actually taking care of a kid and they're like, oh, well, he's so awesome. What a great dad. And then, you know, meanwhile, the mom's doing 5 times as much like behind the scenes, but no one's going to give her major kudos for all that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I feel like if that dad is out there parenting in public, he doesn't get the grief so much as, oh, look at that poor dad trying to do that. Where's his wife? Where's the mom?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that nice of him to do that, even though I see flaws in what he's doing?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice that he's doing that? I hope his wife is grateful.
We give fathers a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
I was looking at the highlights on this poll page here, and it says 1 in 5 fathers say criticism about their parenting makes them want to be less involved as a parent. Well, I'm glad it's only 1 in 5, but still, what a great excuse that is.
Yeah, right?
If you criticize me, I'm not going to do
Well,
it.
it's like they always say about, you know, if they do a chore and they do it their way,
Yes.
if you criticize it, then they're not going to be doing it anymore, and you're going to be doing it. So.
Which is so weird. Like, we should be so grateful and thankful that they're actually, you know, spending time with their kid.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that kind of your responsibility, not, you know, something extra special you do that we should be careful and sidestepping and tiptoeing around?
A trophy.
Yeah.
Careful not to shame.
Right.
Yeah. I just want my husband to do the fair share of the worrying and obsessing and panicking, and he's not willing to do that.
Does not do that.
No,
for you,
he cooks and cleans and takes kids places and does all those things, which I don't want him to stop.
Right.
But if he could just lie in a dark room with me with a wet rag over my eyes,
maybe he could at least
So I
provide
could feel some
you with
fellowship.
the wet rag. That would be a start.
That's right. Well, he would do that. He's good at that. Says 2 in 5 fathers who are criticized respond by seeking out information or advice about the topic being criticized. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah. How many?
It says 2 in 5.
That
That
seems
seems high to me.
That seems like I'll give you the
so.
answer that I think you want to hear right
Yes.
now.
Or are they seeking out the information and advice so they can go back to their wife and say, see, I was right, you were wrong. I think that's the context for those 2 in 5 fathers. 43% feel the criticism directed their way is often or always unfair. Well, less than half. You know, I feel like moms who are shamed feel the criticism directed their way is always unfair. 100% feel it's always unfair, and yet they still take it to heart and allow it to crush their spirit.
Where the guys are like, maybe they have a point. I'll go look it up on the internet. See what Google has to say.
We all have our different ways of dealing with shame.
Yes.
And apparently our different definitions of it.
Right.
Anybody telling me I'm not doing it right is shame, dad style, apparently.
Yeah.
What I constantly struggle with is like, you know, don't be critical because, you know, you'll drive the person away from what it is they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if it's wrong.
Right.
Dad is putting on the diaper backwards. You still gotta say something.
Well, or if, I don't know. I mean, I'm like, am I supposed to just swallow everything that bugs me? I guess that's the part that I have trouble with. Like, you know, when am I allowed to express my needs?
Right.
And when is that not allowed because it's being shaming?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, you know, you say shaming, I say educating.
Yeah.
There we go.
Informing.
That's what I feel I'm doing.
Providing assistance.
You know, I saw this post online today, And it was about, rather than being problem focused, we should be solution focused. So, for example, rather than saying bossy, we can, be using the words natural leader and visionary. And so, I mean, maybe we could try that approach. And our poor petal of a husband so shame. So rather than, what would we say? How could we turn around some of these quote unquote shameful comments that we supposedly make?
Right.
So like, sitting on the couch watching TV, watching a football game could be seen as reserving energy to help with the dishes.
If that, yeah.
So we could just, turn it around.
Indulging in appreciation of the arts, when they're watching 70s TV shows on cable.
Which will make them
entertainment historian.
Which will make them more culturally competent fathers because they'll have an understanding.
There you go. You could pick up some good tips on evading people who are tailing you. And, if you're ever being chased on a windy mountain road.
Exactly. He's going to save the family one day. Trying to keep your children safe
in that eventuality. Exactly.
So he's honing in on his protection skills, his ability to protect his family.
Give those poor shamed dads a positive spin.
Then they won't feel so bad.
And then invite them to do the same for us.
Well, we'll be thinking about how we can handle this in the coming days, and we will link to this poll so that you can all read it and wonder with us. But that'll be it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.